Hello everyone, I will show you today how I made my kind of DIY crane jib. I had some parts laying around and I was just putting these together. So what do you need? Tripod with a video head, the sturdier the better. A monopod, again, the sturdier the better. A gimbal, 2 phones, clamps, phone holders. 2 more screws are recommended to hold these clamps that holds the monopod. You can attach an optional stone bag if you want to make the tripod a little bit sturdier and heavier. You just have to add some weight to it, like a DIY sandbag. I am planning to make a video about this sandbag, so if you are interested in how to make a really cheap but quite useful sandbag, then stay tuned because the video is coming soon. Depends on your setup. It's possible it would be really useful to use some sort of counterweight like a sandbag. Or in my case, I literally used a doorstop. And of course, the most important ingredient is to subscribe to the channel. My whole idea was that if I'm going to combine a video head with a gimbal, then I should get a really smooth result. Well, let's see some test shots. I would say I am pretty satisfied with the results. The real challenge here was to control the gimbal and monitoring. The wireless solution to my GH5, although it's completely free, was quite unreliable and the picture quality is not the best. First of all, the stream was not smooth, and the maximum resolution is 640 by 480, but it's much more annoying that the video stream is not smooth. But generally speaking, it was quite okay. You can adjust essentially everything what you can adjust on the camera itself. And the most important part, that you don't have to touch the camera for these. So basically, one phone was with the DJI app to control the gimbal, and the other one was the Panasonic app to see the live view and to be able to adjust focus and be able to start recording remotely. In my opinion, to control the gimbal on a touchscreen is not as good as with a physical joystick, but at least you can adjust the sensitivity. So if you are fiddling around with this, you can set up in a way that it will satisfy you, but it is definitely slower to work with this than if you would have a proper physical joystick. I mentioned at the beginning that I'm using a monopod, but you actually can use different kind of stuff. It depends what you have around you. For example, you can use a light stand. One thing I really like about the light stand solution, that the legs acts as counterweight as well. Also, it's quite good that if you can remove this spigot at the end, then it's really easy to attach to the gimbal and then the gimbal to the stand. It is literally, you are just putting it in, screw, that's it. So it's really easy to attach the gimbal to the stand with this removable spigot. But to be honest, it was quite fine with this particular monopod. If your monopod has a quick release plate, then it can be even easier. But what I don't like about using a light stand in this situation is if you have the kind of light stand what I have that has some springs inside, basically if you extend it to a certain point and when you are moving it around, the spring starts to slide inside and make noise. So I wouldn't recommend this solution if sound is really crucial for you. You can also replace the monopod with a boom arm. It's good that it's quite strong and it's purposefully made to resist forces this direction, as you're supposed to attach a light fixture normally to the end of it that are normally not lighter than this gimbal plus camera setup. But I don't like it, it's not extendable, so it's much harder to find balance with it, and you definitely have to use counterweight. And to be able to attach counterweight, you have to use some sort of accessory as well. You can replace one phone with a tablet, so in this case you would have a bigger live view and you can adjust focus and so on easier, but if you would like to step up the quality, you should use a dedicated screen for this, like an Atomos Ninja 5. But in this case, you probably have to use cables, or you can use a professional solution to wirelessly transmit videos, but at this point the whole setup starts to be really expensive. And if you really want to be fancy, you can attach a wireless focus control system like a Tilta Nucleus Nano. And if you want to be even fancier, be brave and hit the like button to help out the YouTube algorithm. Thank you! You can find links in the description about all the equipment I used or mentioned in the video. If you have any ideas, suggestions or questions, please let me know in the comments and then we can have a public conversation on the topic. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.